Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Cayman Haven. My name is Gary, but you can also call me Cayman as well. And welcome to my haven. This is my channel. So today's video is going to be all about Mamamoo's 2021 live online concert event, which occurred on Saturday, August the 28th. For those of you who don't know, Mamamoo is a South Korean K-pop girl group. There's 4 members. Their names are Moonbyul, Solar, Ween, and Hwasa. They're well known for their vocals, their music. They have very strong, unique individual personalities. And they are also, famous for their very lively stage performances. So this online live concert event was actually also a celebration of their 7th year anniversary together. For those of you who don't know, 7 years is actually a huge thing in the K-pop industry. Most K-pop groups, they usually sign a 7-year contract. And so by the end of the 7 years, they either renew their contracts and continue to make music together as a group, or they disband, go their separate ways, or pursue solo careers. So for Mamamoo to reach their 7th year, it's a huge milestone. What this means is that the concert isn't just a huge anticipated event for a lot of Mamamoo fans, but it's actually also a very special and significant moment for Mamamoo themselves. The title of their concert is called Where Are We?, abbreviated WAW. This is them commemorating their journey together for the last 7 years, sort of looking back at where they've come and where they're going to be going for the future. Which means we're not just going to be getting just an ordinary concert. We're actually going to be getting something that's incredibly sentimental and very special. Personally, this is my first Mamamoo concert ever. I feel very lucky because I literally discovered Mamamoo like a month ago. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and like a lot of places around the world, we are currently going through a long extended lockdown, which began at the end of July. I started listening to Mamamoo in the first week of August, and their music has been my comfort and solace during this very difficult and isolating lockdown experience. So yeah, listening to their music and watching their videos was like a nice distraction away from the challenging realities of being stuck at home and losing your mind. And I actually made a concert sign. So I'm just gonna show it to you here. So yeah, I made this concert sign for my girl Solar. She's my bias. You can see that. So it's sort of like solar power, which is like a bit of a play on words. This being my first concert, suffice to say, stakes were really high, expectations as well. Really, really excited for the concert, which I'm sure most of the Mamamoo fans are as well. So, I mean, nothing could go wrong, right? I mean, it's obviously going to be a great night. Am I right, guys? Nothing's going to go wrong, right? So yeah, the concert was streamed online. So for those who are living in Korea, the concert event was streamed through local networks. But for everyone outside of Korea, the only way to watch the concert is through CaveCon, which is the chosen streaming platform for international fans. Ticket prices were $35 which in Australia is about $50. I feel like that price point is pretty reasonable for an online concert that you are just watching from the comfort of your own home. Also, it's Mamamoo, so they can basically take all my money. But yeah, so basically on the day of the concert at 7 p.m. Korean time, you basically just log into the CaveCon website, watch it from there. I mean, sounds pretty easy, right? Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I'm not a fan of the CaveCon interface. You can't do full screen on the CaveCon website, which I thought was really annoying. It's not like Netflix where you can just press F and it opens up the screen. You have to kind of drag the ends of the browser to occupy your screen space. So it's not completely full screen. And then another thing about the interface is that while you're watching the concert, there's this chat box that's on the side of the screen, which is for you to engage with like other fans who are watching the concert at the same time. You can't like open it up as a separate window. It kind of stays there on the side of the screen as you're watching the concert itself. And the weirdest part of it about it is that I'm not sure how it is for everybody else, but the chats are disabled once the concert begins. But then you can't toggle the chat on and off. Like you can't remove it. It just stays there on the side of the screen. So it's just really annoying because you have comments that were left behind by other people before the concert starts. And if I try to close that window, it closes the website. It was hard to concentrate on the concert with that chat box just like lingering on the side of the screen. So already I'm like, okay, this is not off to a good start. This is not very promising. The first 5 minutes was great. The first 5 minutes of the video played, smoothly. I was already legit crying, like, 5 minutes into the concert because they sang Where Are We? And it was the first song and emotions were already riding high. We've started out really strong. The concert hasn't even started yet and I feel like I'm gonna cry. It started. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Ah, so long. So beautiful. That's Mamamoo, guys. Mamamoo for you. My heart. That was so good. That was so good. Oh my god. I've only known these girls for less than a month. This is crazy. Now, I've read some negative reviews about this streaming platform. Apparently, they've kind of botched another live concert event before. So a part of me was like already worried. It's my first time using CaveCon. I have no context for what happened before. In fact, I've never actually done an online concert before. So all of this is like pretty much new to me anyway. Now, unfortunately, and as many people like me watching from overseas discovered, was that our worries were proven correct. The streaming quality on the night of the concert was absolutely horrendous. To say that the concert streaming experience was frustrating is an understatement. After the first 5 minutes, it was starting to lag really bad. Basically from that point onwards, it was like 30 seconds of concert and then 3 minutes of lag. Every time a song would play, the screen would freeze and there was just a continuous loading circle of death. By the time the concert was able to sync up properly, I'd already missed like half the song. With the CaveCom streaming, they gave you like 3 resolutions to stream from. There was 1080p, 720, and it was 540p. The streaming was constantly at 540p resolution, which is pretty disappointing because, it's very low res. It was still lagging at 540p resolution. I mean, we're living in the YouTube age now where we are able to stream 4K video and CaveCom can't even stream 540p. Yeah, so the whole lagging experience was really frustrating. And I would describe it as anxiety and stress inducing. Because every time I was watching a song, every time Mamamoo was singing a song, what goes in the back of my head is, okay, when's the lag gonna happen? Is the lag gonna cut off this part of the song when I'm starting to get into it? And a lot of that anxiety and stress is just caused by the fact that at the time I was just thinking, well, I'm never gonna be able to watch this concert again. So if I've missed it, I've missed it. That was where a lot of that stress was coming from. Oh no! No. Come on. What? Oh. What the heck? I want my money back. What? Again? Lagging. Always lagging. Solar. Oh, every time I get excited. This is my first Mamamoo concert and you ruined it. You ruined it. What the hell? This is what I'm doing every time it lags. This is what I'm doing. I'm just praying. I want to see the entirety of the song. Come on. I thought I was gonna cry because the concert was gonna be so emotional. I'm finally gonna get to see my girls perform. But no, I'm crying because I'm missing the entirety of the concert because of this stupid lag. I missed so many of my favorite Mamamoo songs. So songs like Aya, Dinga, Hip, Egotistic. Like, I missed so many of them. Like I barely watched 15 seconds of those songs and then they were gone already. Like so many times while I was like singing along. No, hey. Oh my god, it's lagging again. What the hell? Oh, come on, stop with this loading. I've missed half the song. Oh my god! I love this song! Please do not lag. Please do not lag. Oh. I'm singing by myself. It really tainted the concert experience and I can't enjoy any of the songs because of this stupid lag. At first I thought it was me. Was it my internet? This can't be right because the chat was disabled, so I couldn't tell if anyone was experiencing the same issue as me. So I went on Twitter, and as soon as I got into Twitter, Twitter was practically exploding. Basically hashtag Mamamoo and hashtag CaveCon were like trending. It was just like non-stop. Like people just tweeting saying how unhappy they were. Everyone was complaining, being really upset that the fact that they couldn't watch the concert properly. There was actually a lot of people that I noticed in the Twitter feeds that were saying they actually got a black screen when they try to log into the website to watch the concert. Like I was getting footage of the concert, but they were getting absolutely nothing at all. It was like a complete back screen for them. And then within, half an hour to an hour later, hashtag CaveCon refund started trending. Okay, so people started requesting refunds already and people were just like really, really unhappy. Everybody was complaining. The next day, CaveCon issued an apology for their streaming service and basically said that they were going to rebroadcast the concert again 3 times. So 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 7 p.m. Korean time. Okay, yeah, I guess I appreciate the fact that they wanted to rebroadcast the concert. But then a part of me is like, well, a little bit of that magic is lost already. I mean, the whole point of this was that this was going to be a live event. You were supposed to be watching it as it was happening, not after the fact. I mean, Mamamoo wanted to deliver a live concert experience, and to have to watch it after the fact kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. I mean, they basically had to coordinate costume changes and break times into the performance itself. And all of that effort was like for nothing. If it ends up being rebroadcasted the next day, then what's the point of doing a live concert event? Mamamoo could have just done a pre-recorded concert, which is not what they wanted to do. They wanted to do a live concert. But then I was like, that's all right, let's watch the rebroadcast again. I just want to experience the concert because I missed so much of it the night before. And then it turns out the rebroadcast was also lagging. And I was like, what? Like how do you rebroadcast a stream that's already recorded and still have it lag? That makes no sense. And once again, like everyone on Twitter was complaining. Everyone woke up crazy hours in the middle of the night to try to catch the rebroadcast and spent 30 minutes, 40 minutes for it to load properly. So it was just kind of like, how CaveCon, like you are a live online concert event streaming service. Like, how do you botch this so badly? People started spamming the word refund in the chats. And you know what CaveCon did? CaveCon actually censored the word refund. So at some point during the chats, they you couldn't type the word refund. It just wouldn't show up in the chat. And it's just kind of like, why would you do something like that? People are upset because they paid for a service that you didn't deliver. And for you to like just censor the word refund isn't just, isn't going to do anything. So I just thought that was like, yeah, really, really weird. I watched the two broadcasts and they were both lagging. The broadcast eventually improved. So the last one, the one that was at 7 p.m., that was a little bit better. That wasn't lagging as much. But by the time it was already too late, a lot of people were already like really pissed off and angry. And a lot of people already like left and didn't want to watch the concert anymore. So that probably explains why the broadcast was running really smoothly. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's the end of my rant about the streaming. If you go online and go on Twitter, everyone's complaining. You'll be able to find out what everybody's talking about. So I want to talk about the concert itself, which was obviously great. Mamamoo, they are known for their live performances. They don't do lip sync, which is great. Everything's live, everything's real time. So this is like their first online live concert. Obviously, due to the COVID pandemic, they weren't able to have a live audience, which is obviously unfortunate, but it is what it is basically. But I actually felt like they made the most of it. I felt like they actually, knowing that they didn't have a live audience there, I felt like they did some really interesting things. So for example, they were able to utilize the stage and the set in an interesting way. So they would have two sections for performances. So they would have one section with like screens on all sides of the stage. And then there's like a little middle bit with like a couch area where they would like hang out and talk and chat. And then there's like a little pop-up bar on the side. And if they walk across to the other side, that's like another stage, which looks more like a proper concert stage. So I felt like the structure of the concert itself wouldn't have been the way it is if there was a live audience there. So the concert was meant to be like a 3-hour, like non-stop, like live performance. But that said, it wasn't like back-to-back songs. Obviously, they would take breaks. And so it was nice to have like a little couch area where they would like hang out and have drinks, because the concert is about them, reminiscing about the 7 years that they've had together, talking about like the good times they've had as a group. In that little living area, there was like photo albums on like a coffee table there, their outfits worn in other music videos. They even had like a little karaoke like session over there. Personally, I feel like not having a live audience was actually a positive thing for the concert, because I felt like not having the audience being there meant that they weren't distracted by having to keep the audience entertained the whole time. It really felt like they turned the stage and the set into like their own sort of playground, where it was just the four of them engaging with each other, and not having the audience there meant that they just felt a little bit more natural, and they were able to communicate and focus on each other, which meant that the conversations was a little bit more relaxed and they felt a little bit more at home. And I just think, yeah, that was a really good vibe. So not having the live audience was actually like, I felt like they made the best out of that. They also used fake studio applause and like studio cheering like tracks, like they were playing that during the concert itself. Do we know that that's an actual audience there? Or? And it was just kind of like, all right, it's clear that it's a studio audience ambience being laid on the sound like track. But the good thing about that was that like I felt like they were self-aware about that as well. Yeah, they were just sort of like playing along. The group is known for their humor, so it's nice to see them like acknowledge that it was a concert like ambience track that was playing. There were some really cool transitions that I really liked during the performance. There were times where they needed to do a costume change, and then the concert would just cut to the next shot and then they're already in costume. And then you're like, wait, how did they... Like, it was literally like a second and they were already dressed in a completely different outfit. They would do a little bit of performance and then they would just sort of walk off stage to a different location, and then the lights would go down. And then the lights would come back up and then they're already there. So it's kind of like what you just saw before was like a pre-recorded video of them doing a performance. And then they just sort of played that footage while the members are getting, changed into their costumes. They play these little clip, which you think is the actual concert, but it's not. It's actually a pre-recorded video, and it just cut to them live again, and it was so seamless, and it really felt like, oh wow, that was like a really cool like transition that they did, where they like hid the costume changes. Some really cool stuff like that, you know? They have so many songs, guys. Like, they sang so many songs at the concert. They sang 27 songs in the concert. Like, that's amazing. Some of my favorite songs didn't even make it to like the concert. Like Gleam, Wanna Be Myself, WAW. Like, some of these songs never made it into the concert, and they're like really, really good songs. So yeah, Mamamoo, so prolific. They have so much songs, and all of them are really good. And I missed all of them. Anyway. And another thing that they did was they performed their new song. So there was actually a new song that they previewed, and I gotta say it was great. I know there's a lot of Mamamoo fans that love like, you know, old school Mamamoo when they were singing songs like Mr. Ambiguous, Piano Man, Oh Ah Yeah, like they love those songs. Whereas with me personally, I'm a huge fan of new Mamamoo, basically. Anything post 2018 Starry Night. So basically like, you know, Egotistic, Hip, Aya, Dinga, Go Go Bebe. I love all these like new songs. And I think a lot of Mamamoo fans are gonna love this new song because it sounds like a fusion of old Mamamoo and new Mamamoo combined. So they even showed like clips of the music video as well. And yeah, we will be getting a new music video from them soon, and I cannot wait to react to it. So yeah, overall, those are my thoughts on Mamamoo's 2021 online concert event. Despite technical issues with the streaming, I'm really proud of them. I'm really proud of my queens for putting so much effort in the live performance. They were fantastic. They slayed, basically. Mamamoo, my queens, they completely slayed. It was just too bad that the streaming couldn't keep up with them. Like, you could really feel like they worked really hard to please the fans. And so yeah, if anything, I just like felt really bad for them having to find out later that, you know, not all of us were able to enjoy the concert, and a lot of us still couldn't enjoy the concert after. One thing that I took away from this whole ordeal is that, you know, Mamamoo's fan base is not as big compared to a lot of K-pop groups. Like, if I had to compare them to Blackpink, for example, like Mamamoo's fan base is probably like only 1/10 of Blackpink's. But even though Mamamoo has a smaller fan base, the fans are actually incredibly like passionate. I was really lucky to engage in the chats with other Mamamoo fans, or Moomoo as the fandom name for Mamamoo is called. And everyone was super nice, everyone was super supportive, and everyone really, really loves Mamamoo, which is basically where I am right now. I just love them completely. So that was the thing that kind of salvaged the night for me, being able to engage in conversation with other Mamamoo fans. By the end of the concert, I think it's pretty safe to say that, yeah, even though they've been together for like, you know, 7 years, I think it's pretty safe to say that Mamamoo is like, they're here to stay. They've indicated that they're going to continue working together as a group to continue making music. For a new fan like me, that's very hopeful and that's very exciting, because I feel like they've really making phenomenal music. There's still a lot more like great music to be mined from them as a group, you know, and I'm really, really excited, even though I've discovered them like so late. Yeah, I want them to continue. And there's basically like 2 catchphrases that they used during the show. So the first sentence that they said was, "The show will end, but our story will go on." And then the second phrase that they mentioned was, "We'll always be together on this endless stage." Those words is very reassuring for all of us fans who want to see, you know, the group continue. And not only that, but we already know that they've already teased a new music video. But aside from that, they've just announced that they're going to be releasing a best of compilation album in September featuring, you know, all their popular songs. And then apparently they're working on a documentary as well, which I'm really, really excited for. So I thought I was going to be going through like, you know, major Mamamoo withdrawals, but thankfully they're still producing content and really excited to continue listening to their stuff. But yeah, anyways, what did you guys think of the concert? Did you guys have the same issues that a lot of us had? If you did, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you thought about the concert overall. In the meantime, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. I will be reacting to Mamamoo's new music video, as well as review their new album. So please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to check those out. But yeah, to everyone out there, stay safe and take care. To my fellow Moomoo fans, I hope we will all get to watch the concert in its full glory again soon. No lags, no technical issues, hopefully, just the way Mamamoo intended. In the meantime, yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. Till next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye! Woo! Woo! Amazing! Amazing!